Hey everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit, and I'm here to do another reading. This one could be for the full moon, which happened last week, or if it's too late for you, we could just do like a November check-in. So I hope everyone's doing great. So let's see what's going on for the collective at this point in time. What does everyone need to know? What does everyone need to know, please? We have the Page of Wands, and we have the Devil. What else for everyone for this full moon or this November? We have Two of Wands. Oops, can you guys see those? Sorry. There you go. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles. Here. Those are visible. What else do we have for everybody for either the full moon or this November time? Whatever. We have the King of Wands. We have a lot of wands. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. And what else do we have for everybody? I'm just going to lay these out and then I'll go through them. We have the Four of Swords. And one more, please, for everybody. We have the Eight of Cups. Then on the back, we have the Three of Cups. Try to like squish that over here. I'll just put it here for now. Okay. So the first thing I got is there's something about curiosity. There's something here with curiosity, being curious. But there's also something where there is some sort of attachment. There's an attachment to something that's stable, something that's been invested in for a long time. They're asking you to be curious. They're asking you to kind of like lead yourself through this. Do what you use your intuition, your motivation, whatever, to do what you think is best, not necessarily what other people tell you or society tells you or the people around you tell you. And there's an attachment to something that you've invested in. This investment is something that's not necessarily like an emotional investment. It would be more of something that you've like put a lot of time and energy into, maybe like work or like a relationship, but not necessarily like the emotional aspects of the relationship. There's also something here where you need to make a choice and take action with something, but it looks like you haven't really been taking that action. You've been really trying to kind of mentally understand what is going on, cognitively understand. Once you decide to take this action, whichever way you go, I feel like the choice has to do with something that might not be good for you. Maybe you've invested a lot of time and energy into this, but it's not necessarily something that fulfills you or something that you feel like you want to continue with. And so that's what you're thinking about. And you're trying to like tap into your intuition. You're looking for a new beginning. You are protected in whatever you choose. Yeah, you're kind of feeling like it's kind of that feeling where you feel like you have like the whole world, but there's still something missing kind of thing, where there's still something where you're like, I don't know if this is just an illusion or if this is just wishful thinking. They're saying that it's not really, so that's why they're saying kind of be curious. I'm also getting that there's something here that inspires you, but it's not necessarily this situation that you're attached to or whatever. it's something else, so we can look into that a little more. Yeah, I feel like you have been in the process of moving on from whatever this is, but it's just taken like a really long time. It's been a really long journey. You're trying to move towards that wish fulfillment. Um, and ultimately you're just kind of like trying to find that joy and that happiness, but I feel like it's been like a longer journey. I feel like this is part of like your life mission or your life journey, life purpose, something like that too as well. Um, and it's really interesting we have the Page of Wands and then King of Wands here because it's kind of highlighting that, I don't know, like a growth process or something about like an inner child thing that has become an adult kind of thing. All right, let's see if we could let's clarify and see if there's anything else that comes out with this. But there's definitely like an attachment here where I don't know if there's like illusions or dreams or something. It has been part of your journey, but it's also something where you kind of feel like caught up. You feel caught in the web, like the spider's web. Um, and again, it is something that is sustainable as far as like physical world or, the amount of investment that you put in it, but it's not like you're really emotionally or energetically invested in this, if that makes sense. It's more of like a physical necessity. And so you need to really, things aren't what they seem to. You need to really look at this in a different way, kind of see things in a different way. They do say that luck is on your side and there's a transformation. Well, few transformations that might be coming towards you, even though it's been a kind of a longer journey, like they're still saying that you're on the right track. Let's see if we can get more information though. Let's see if there's anything else. What is this um, Page of Wands here for, please? We have Three of Wands. Yeah, so something that this is now your energy. So this is like your energetic part of yourself. So something that you have put into something you have invested into something, you have planned and prepared for something. Now you're kind of waiting to see how that turns out. But they're also saying like, don't wait, like, it's your path kind of thing. And so be really curious about, you know, and things aren't what they seem. Be curious and know that things aren't what they seem. What is this devil energy here for, please? We have Page of Pentacles. So, yeah, there's something where you've put something into this, you've worked on it for a really long time, you've worked really hard on it, and it is something that, again, is like physically stable. But I also feel like, and this isn't for everybody, but I feel like somebody's inner child could be reaching out to them and trying to get their attention, trying to say, hey, wait a minute, what are you doing? Like, you know, why do you continue to go down this path kind of thing? So I think that's why they're asking you to be curious. And even though you have created, with the Page of Pentacles showing that you have created this life for yourself, kind of with the Ten of Pentacles, there's something where you've kind of like trapped yourself or stuck yourself, or you've had attachments to things that you need to kind of like release those attachments to. And they're saying, you know, they're saying there's like another opportunity here for you. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll get to it. What is this Two of Wands energy for everybody? We have Page of Swords. So lots of pages. So yeah, I do feel like your inner child is trying to reach out to you, or there's children that are involved with this. But basically you need to they want you to make a decision and take action on it, but not without like doing your research first, getting curious. So they want you to get curious. They want you to know that there's a new stable opportunity here, but you also have to kind of like use your intuition. You have to, look into things and kind of do your research, try to find out um, more about the situation before you make a move on this. What is this Knight of Pentacles for? There could be like a lot of people involved, like maybe like younger people or children, people involved with this. What is this Knight of Pentacles here for, please? The Five of Pentacles. So you're kind of like, I just heard wish upon a star. So there's something you really need to put to rest. Like, even though you're going in the right direction, it's been kind of like a lonely path. And maybe this path, maybe while your independence is important, they're saying that like the lonely independent path isn't necessarily the path for you. The only reason I say that is because we had this Three of Cups here on the back of the deck that shows me Three of Cups is about like community or friendships or being around others. And so from all this, if it looks like there's something where, you do have either you have that inner child really strongly speaking to you, or there's some sort of like childlike energy around you. It could be like actual children or people that are younger than you. But you're also feeling very kind of like isolated and alone. You feel like, a lot of the people in your life, there's space, there's distance between. And so you're kind of, they're saying that like, while this is your mission, you're not quite carrying it out in the way that like the universe had intended or planned for you. What is this King of Wands energy for everybody, please? We have Knight of Pentacles again. So yeah, I feel like you are on some sort of mission, and while your independence is important, and while it is something that makes you who you are, and the fact that you have a certain independence that kind of um takes ownership or leadership of things, that are kind of like a little unconventional, maybe you you could still use that. Like this Knight of Pentacles, this is interesting that this is a Knight of Pentacles because he's actually riding a dragon, or she, I don't know, I can't tell. That person is riding a dragon. And so typically, the Knight of Pentacles would be like more focused on like the earthly realm, but this one's like kind of in the air in the sky. And so this is about like they're saying kind of like integrate that like energetic wands energy with the King of Wands, and then the Pentacles energy, the earthy energy, or the stable, secure, grounded energy. They're saying to integrate that, but then they're also saying don't forget to think wisely about this, like use your intuition, use your wisdom for this purpose. Because there's something here where it's like, yeah, we know you're like an independent spirit, independent soul, and that's fine, but this is not how it's supposed to be. This is not how this is supposed to look. You're not supposed to be in this Five of Pentacles energy throughout this journey. Like there's something more for you here. So what is this Ten of Pentacles for everybody, please? That's cool. We have the Hermit. Yeah. Yeah, so kind of just reiterating what I was saying, like there's some sort of attachment to something that you've built, something that has taken quite a lot of time and energy and probably money. And it's more on like the physical realm of things. Now they're asking you to go inside and kind of like introspect. Is this really what you want? Is this all there is? And I feel like you have been doing that. And I feel like that's why we kind of have the Five of Pentacles over here. It's because you're like, wait a second, this is my mission. How come this is like It doesn't feel right. It doesn't, well, that's because they're telling you it's not right. There's an attachment here, and the attachment is where that like Two of Wands decision comes in. The attachment to something that isn't quite serving you. It's not conducive to like your life journey. And so they're trying to, you need to kind of try to heal whatever that is. You need to figure out what it is and try to heal it. And I do see you healing it, but they're asking you to take it to a whole other level with the Hermit here, the healing energy. So, what is this Four of Swords for everyone, please? Okay. We have the Chariot and the World. Yeah, so again, there's something where like there's a lot of momentum, a lot of motivation, and I feel like there's a potential for you to close out a cycle, and there's a potential to be like really grounded and really continue on that journey. But you do have to make this decision, and the decision you need to really like look at everything, like research things, use your intuition. You need to use your wise mind, talk to your friends about it, talk to people you know about it. Um, because with this Chariot energy, this is like you are going towards your dreams and it's going pretty fast, but it's kind of like choosing between the different ways you can take this. And so they're saying there's one way here. They're asking you when you take this chariot down this road, you know, they're asking you with the world to kind of like close something out here so that you can start something new and have a potential for a really successful not only outcome but new beginning. And so part of that is choosing to release this attachment or release whatever this devil energy is here. What is this Eight of Cups energy for everyone, please? What is this Eight of Cups energy for everyone, please? We have the Nine of Wands and we have the Seven of Wands. Yeah, so leaving feels like a task. It feels like you're resistant to it. It feels like you're going to have to stand your ground. It feels like you're a little on the defensive. You're a little resistant. It feels like you're already feeling like you're a wounded warrior, kind of almost getting like victim mentality. So don't fall prey to that victim mentality. But when you think about walking away from this attachment or whatever, all this stuff rises up in you, all this like resistance, all this defensiveness. You feel like you have battled so much until this point and you don't, you're not really interested in battling much more. But we do have the Magician on the back. So the Magician is showing that you have everything that you need to do this. And the Magician's also um, very good and very skilled at creating something out of nothing, creating things that are going to support whatever it is that they're trying to do. And so really what they're saying with this is like there's some sort of attachment. You need to figure out how to heal that, and then you can move forward because you're going to move forward either way, but you want to make a really conscious, a really intentional choice with this. And the reason why is so that you can get to this world energy where there's sort of like this completion of this cycle and you can have the success and have the potential to move forward. And so whatever this is, I feel like either your inner child, maybe there's something that has to do with trauma, which is why there's attachment, or your inner child is kind of calling out to you, or there's something here where, like children are involved. And so you need to figure out like not only how to do what's best for you, but also right by the children. Um, wow, I wasn't expecting all that to come out, but let's take some advice and we'll see if there's anything else that comes out. And then I'll be done with this. So Let's see what we want to do for advice. Let's do my favorite. Gonna take angel and ancestor card for a few of them, maybe, to see what the advice is for everybody. Ooh, that is there. Interesting, isn't it? See if I can. Oh, it's just gonna be a sunspot. Okay, so for everybody, what is the advice for everyone? What is the advice, please? We have High Priest, intend to create. So the High Priest is kind of like the Hierophant energy. I do see the red-tailed hawk in there, and that is going to be like your intuition. So paying attention to your intuition. I also noticed, do you notice how like he's holding his arm out, but there's a wing drawn on the wall behind him. And so it's showing you that like, everything, all you have to do is reach your arms out, basically. All you have to do is reach for something and you'll be given the freedom to fly, basically, is what they're saying. So this is really focusing on like what your values are, use your intuition. What is it that you truly want from this situation? What is it that you're truly working for? How do you keep yourself in alignment with that? What else do we have for everybody? That was a lot. I'll take them all though. We have the elder move beyond ancestral patterns. Yeah, so this, you know how I said there might be some trauma? I do feel like this could be like trauma, like generational trauma, where you're trying to break the cycle or something. Broken arrow, embrace the energy of peace. And then we have protection guardian, drop your shields. Yeah, so this is like dropping that Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands energy. And then we have High Priestess on, whoa, we have High Priest and High Priestess. So there could be something about like divine counterpart. I don't know if that resonates for everybody, but that might resonate for some. And again, we have the cat with being curious. So using your intuition and being curious. This could have to do with, again, with the turtles here, that shows me that that's longevity. So this has been a long pattern. So I feel like maybe there could be some like ancestral generational trauma here that you're trying to break. The broken arrow is a symbol, it's a Native American symbol of peace. It's like surrender. So like in battle, it would be like the symbol of surrendering to the battle. So again, it's like that Nine of Wands, Seven of Wands, like you need to surrender something. What is it that you're trying to protect? Usually the Nine of Wands with the Seven of Wands, we got them together. That's usually like an ego defense. So that's like, you're feeling defensive, you're in denial, you're trying to protect something that doesn't really need to protect. It's really more of a trauma response than anything. It's kind of like feeling that same, you know, if you were actually in danger. It's hard for your body to differentiate when you've experienced trauma. It's hard for your body to differentiate whether it's actual danger or perceived danger. So I feel like there's some sort of perceived danger where now it's just becoming like an ego defense mechanism. And that's the same with the protection guardian, drop your shield. So really try to find that inner peace, like let your guard down a little bit is what they're saying. It's so interesting to me that we got the high priest or the high priestess, because it's either like you're needing to balance out the divine feminine, divine masculine parts of yourself, or there's some sort of like divine counterpart connection that is associated with this reading. So hopefully that was helpful for you guys. I know that was a lot. I hope you guys had a great full moon, and I hope you're having a great November, and I will talk to you guys later.